I have a love for the game and I want to win. I want to be a game changer, be relied on by my coaches in all areas, put on the ice in crucial times. And I think I'm a strong competitor and I think I hate losing more than I like winning.
Taken away. Here's the captain, shorthanded Martone. He scores! What else can you say?
Here's Martone and scores! Chalk up another.
Feathers it through Martone, and he scores! Porter Martone again!
Welcome into Game Tape with Tony. As always, I'm your host, Tony Ferrari from the Hockey News. Today, I'm pleased to be joined by Brampton Steelheads forward, Porter Martone. How's it going today, Porter?
I'm pretty good. How are you?
Not too bad. I'm pleased to be doing this with you. Looking forward to breaking down some tape in a little bit. But first, let's start with where you got your start in hockey. You're not the only talented hockey player in your family. Your dad was drafted by the Sabres, played some time in the AHL and ECHL. How influential was he in the development of your hockey career?
My dad's a great person to look up to, a great person to talk to, and he knows I love the game very much. So he's always been there for me. And I started skating on our backyard rink when I was about 2 years old, and I just fell in love with the game. And it's been great to have someone who's kind of went through it so I can always bounce questions off him.
Now, obviously, your dad and you don't play in the same position or really even the same style of hockey. When you go to him, is it more for on-ice advice or is it just the off-ice stuff and how to handle yourself?
Kind of everything. I think that he's been a role model since I was a little kid, him and my mom, but he went through junior hockey. So when I was going in the OHL, he gave me some advice and said, kind of create your own path. So I think I've been doing a good job with that, but whenever I need to talk to him, he's a phone call away and he's always giving me great advice.
You talked about going into the OHL. You were originally drafted by the Sarnia Sting, and then you were traded to the Steelheads. Were you expecting a trade like that at the time? Was it something you saw coming, or was it a bit of a surprise for you?
It was a bit of a surprise. I mean, I kind of heard some wins close to the trade deadline, but I didn't really know until it happened. You think you're a 16-year-old kid, you're going to be in that junior community for about 2 or 3 years, and then you get traded like that, so it was tough. You know what, they went on a different path, and I thank you for them for developing me. But then when I got traded to Mississauga, I mean, it might have been a tough couple of weeks, but now looking back on it, it's probably the best thing that happened to me in my hockey career. And I'm very grateful to be with the Steelheads organization. And yeah.
Leadership's an intangible that NHL teams absolutely clamor for. That said, you've captained Team Canada at the U18s, captain of the Brampton Steelhead now, and for the CHL at the CHL USA Showcase Challenge. What goes into your leadership, and what do you think makes you a good leader?
I feel like I just try to be myself. It's a part of my character. I just try to go to the rink every day. I want to make everyone's lives around me better. And I think by doing that, you have a close team, and close teams are always teams that win championships. So I want to push everyone to their limits, and I want everyone to be hard workers, but I also want to make sure everyone around me is happy and they're smiling at the rink. So there's times to step up and have those hard conversations, but you also want to make sure everyone's always happy and having fun.
Now, you've pulled that Team Canada sweater on a few times. What's the feeling you get every time you get the chance to do that?
I mean, it's really cool. Like, you dream of that as a little kid, to play on that big stage, either it's World Juniors or U18 championships. It's always an honor to represent that flag. It's a huge goal to not just make the team, but win a gold medal on home ice in Ottawa. So I just love to be a part of Canada and wear that jersey again.
You've mentioned in the past some of the players that you model your game after, like the Kachuk brothers and Corey Perry. What are some of the more subtle things out of their games that you've tried to take and incorporate into your own?
You could see that they are always key players in the playoff time. You saw how much impact Chuck could make on Florida to win a Stanley Cup, and Perry's been to a lot of Stanley Cup finals. And I want to be that hard player to play against, and when the time gets tough, I want to be relied on. Every team wants to win. Every team wants to win a Stanley Cup, and just having those players, it's really helpful to win those Stanley Cups. So I like to take pieces from their game and kind of put it into mine.
Much like those players, you've had to learn to toe the line and make sure you don't cross it too much. And that comes with a little bit more penalty minutes and sometimes some discipline. What have you done to try to make sure that you're not crossing that line too much and you're still able to be a contributor to your team?
I want to be on the ice as much as possible to help our team win. And I think I'm helping our team is when I'm on the ice. So obviously you're going to get into some scrums. You might get into some fights and you might take some penalties, but I think you just got to really pick your times and pick the right spot. And I think I've been learning. I think I've been doing a better job at doing that this year. And yeah.
Before we get to the game tape section, for anyone that hasn't seen you play, can you describe your game a little bit?
Yeah, I think I'm a big, powerful 200-foot player. I think I have high hockey IQ that could make plays and make my teammates around me better. But, you know, when I have the chance to shoot, I like to shoot the puck. And I think I'm a threat to score from different areas on the ice.
Let's dive into the first clip I've got for you here. It's a play that starts off in the defensive end. You're acting as an outlet on the far side of the ice, and you just chip the puck kind of out of the defensive zone into the neutral zone. Your team gets on it, and you follow up the play and make a quick little dangle and a pass across the ice. What goes into everything from that initial zone exit right to the pass that set up the goal?
Being a winger in the zone, I think your goal is to get the puck out and create offensive chances off it. So when I got it out, I had some good support there, and Carson Rakoff made a nice play to me to slip it in the middle, and then I knew the defender was coming. The puck was kind of out away from my body, so I had to bring in my body and kind of toe dragged around him, and then I saw McDonnell on the weak side, and he was ready, and he had a nice shot to bury that chance.
You've mentioned that you're a bit of a goal scorer yourself. That when you see a play like this, what goes into being able to not only stay open for the shot here, but make that pass across?
Way you might be known as a goal scorer, I think people might always be thinking you're going to shoot, but I think I got the hockey IQ to make that play across and make the right plays when it's time to shoot and run to pass. So I saw McDonnell open there, so I just fed it across there in the seam.
You've really worked on a lot of different aspects of your game. What's the one area of your game that you think you need to work on the most going forward?
Getting bigger, faster, and stronger, and just kind of improving your pace, because when you go up to the next level and the game gets faster. So I've tried to bring more pace into my game throughout this year and every night, and I think I've noticed a difference. When I'm playing with that high pace, it's easier to dominate games and help my team win.
Let's take a look at the next clip I've got for you here. You get the puck in the offensive zone, and you just kind of grip it and rip it. You use the defender as a screen here a little bit. You talk about your shot. What has been the difference-making factor in training or whatever it may be that has gotten you to this level?
Just shooting pucks in my backyard since I was a little kid. I've always wanted to be a threat from everywhere on the ice, and you can see Rakoff made a nice play to me there in the middle, and I kind of used the Diaz leverage there. He's kind of backed up, and I kind of pulled around his stick, and the goalie couldn't really see the puck and track it, and it went in. So a lot of practice, a lot of reps, and I like to shoot pucks. So, I mean, by doing that throughout my hockey career, it just continued to improve.
You and Carson Rakoff have played together quite a bit this season. What has gone into the chemistry that you two have had? Because you've been absolutely electric to start the season.
We're really tight off the ice. We're really good buddies, and he's a really good hockey player, and he sees the ice very well, and he has the knack to score goals. He's scored 52 goals last year, so he's a very high-end player that's going to go have a really good long hockey career. So just nice playing with him, and he sets me up, and I like to set him up.
This next clip I've got for you here shows off a little bit of the power and a little bit of the hands in tight, which is something you have to have as a power forward at the next level. Talk about this play and just kind of break down what you're seeing as the puck gets to you at the front of the net.
McDonnell picked off the pass there, and I saw we kind of had an odd-man rush, so I jumped in there in a 2-on-1, and I just tried to take the D stick away there to try to open up a lane, and then McDonnell threw a really good pass to D's feet on my stick, and when I brought it to the backhand, the goalie made a really nice save, but I just stuck with it and banged home the rebound.
Now, on a play like this, the play obviously gets turned around quickly. What are you looking to do? Is your default just go right to the net?
I think I want to scan the scenario and scan the ozone, and if there's a chance to create an odd man rush, I'm going to try to beat my check up the ice, and that's what I did there. We had a nice 2-on-1, and it ended up leading to a goal.
This next clip I've got for you here is a nice assist by you. You talked about when you're a goal scorer, everyone expects you to be shooting, especially in a position like you get the puck here, but then you're able to make that nice little backhand pass to the slot, and it's an easy goal for your teammate. What goes into this aspect of your game, and what are you seeing on a play like this?
Just off the draw, I think I had to be ready there, and I did a good job finishing my check. And then we had a good forecheck on the other side with Luke Meese and Carson Rakoff. And Rakoff fed me a really nice pass to the seam there, and I kind of received on my backhand, so I just knew it was going to be hard to get off a shot. And I took a look over and saw Meese there, and I sped it back, and the goalie was kind of out of position, and Meese had a great job finishing that goal.
I talked to Carson Rakoff not too long ago, and one of the things he told me was that you're one of the best players he's ever played with at both ends of the ice. What goes into your game from the defensive end right to the offensive end?
I want to be relied on by my coaches in all areas. I want to be put on the ice in crucial times, and I think when taking care of your D zone, that's going to lead to offensive chances. So I try to be really good on the walls, and I could win battles in the corner if I'm playing F1. And I think when I'm doing that, it's going to create offense for our team. So I think the defensive zone is just as important as the offensive zone. As you often hear the saying, defense wins championships, and I just want to be known as a very strong player in all aspects of the game.
All right, I've got a couple more clips for you here. And this one just again shows off your hands in tight and just your ability to kind of roof the puck from such a close range. Obviously, you have a guy crashing on the backside, so there's a passing option, but you end up going short side shelf. Talk me through this play a little bit and what you're seeing.
Yeah, I think we kind of caught them on a line change there, and Finn Harden went back and made a nice quick up to Rakoff again, and he passed it right through the seam, and I caught on my forehand, and I think the goalie might have been cheating, and maybe I was going to shoot low glove or high glove, so I kind of saw that, and I saw his stick come across, and I just tried to elevate it back up short side, and I did, and it went in.
When reviewing your tape this year, as you can see at the end of this play, you're a pretty passionate celebrator after your goals and after your team's goals in general. What goes into that passion, the fire side of your game that isn't necessarily what drives the play, but it's that driving force of your game in general?
I have a love for the game, and I want to win. I feel like I'm a strong competitor, and I hate to lose. So I always want to be on the winning side of games. So, I mean, when our team's scoring, I always get pretty excited, even if I'm on the bench. So, I mean, I want to be a game changer, and I want to win games. And I think I hate losing more than I like winning. So just having that passion and just having that kind of how I play with the swagger, I think my overall is just how I like to win games.
All right, the last clip we've got for you here showcases your game in that defensive aspect, even though it's in the offensive zone. Defense starts in the offensive zone as soon as the other team gets the puck, and you do a good job of stopping the play here, kind of keeping things in, and then you just keep going, and you make a nice play behind the net, steal the puck back again, and then just the feed to the slot for the easy goal for your teammate, for Luke there. What goes into your kind of persistence on a play like this?
Yeah, I saw we had two guys deep, so I held out there, and they got the puck, and I tried to get a stick on the puck and make sure that they were going to get on-man rush the other way. And then when I went back and changed sides and the D was wheeling around the net, I saw Rakoff had a hard pursuit on the forecheck, and once I got it, I saw Mies in the slot, so I wanted to find a seam, and I got to him, and he had a nice shot and buried a goal there.
Now, we talk about your defensive game a little bit. It really does start in the offensive zone, and your physicality allows you to kind of keep the puck alive in the offensive zone. Talk about your forecheck and just how important that is to the overall aspect of your game.
I'm a big, strong player, so when I'm on the forecheck, I like to finish my checks and make it hard for the D. I know my dad played defense, and he kind of always told me that when D are going back for the puck, they don't want to checks finish on them. So I feel like I want to be a physical presence and a hard player to play against. It can create offense for us with turnovers, and it's also a hard player to play against.
You've played against a lot of really good players internationally at the OHL level. Who's the toughest player you've gone up against?
When I was in Sarnia, I played against the London Knights team quite a bit, and they had Logan Mailloux and Oliver Bonk and Easton Cowan, and I think they have a really strong team. So I got to play against Brant Clark when I was in Mississauga my first year, and he was pretty hard to defend. When
you're up at the family cottage in Peterborough and you're four-wheeling or out on the water, what's the music that you're playing? What's on the aux?
I mean, I don't really control it, either my sister or my parents, but it's usually different types of country, and up at the cottage on almost every weekend. So we're in the water on the boat, and we always have music. So I think it's maybe the odd time, some pop, but it's usually always country.
What movies or TV shows are you binge watching?
That new NHL documentary came out, the face-offs there. So I've been watching that, but I think I'm going to start getting into some Christmas movies here as this Christmas time rolling around.
Yeah, we're getting close. That's why I've got the Christmas decorations out already. If you could have dinner with three people, dead or alive, who would they be and what are you guys having?
I think I'd go for just a nice steak dinner. I really enjoy those, but I think it would be with Michael Jordan, just because he's a proven winner. He's an incredible athlete. I think Tiger Woods as well. I mean, I like to golf in the summer as well, and he's a phenomenal athlete as well. And then I think the last one would be Kobe Bryant. He kind of just always persevered and kind of battled a lot of things, battled a lot of adversity, and he's also a really good athlete.
You're going to be talking to scouts all throughout the year. I'm sure you've talked to them plenty already. But when they ask you, why should we draft you? What's your answer going to be?
I want to win, and I want to win championships. So I just don't want to make the NHL, but I want to win a Stanley Cup. So it's a lifelong dream of mine, and I think I want to just help whatever team I'm on win championships.
When your hockey career is done, hopefully 15, 20, 30 years down the line, however long you're able to play, what do you want people to remember about Porter Martone, the person?
Being a hockey player is great, but I think you could take that gift and make everyone's life around you better. So I just want to be known as a nice, genuine person that's always willing to give back to the community and help others in need.
All right, Porter, I really appreciate you doing this. Breaking down the tape with you was fun. Good luck the rest of the way, buddy.
Yeah, thank you very much for having me on.